In the next scene, we see Kuro on the floor with his sword. A boy comes to challenge him to a duel. The boy is stopped by another boy who said that it is turn to fight Kuro. Another boy comes to join the other boys. He tells them that it is his turn to fight Kuro. While Kuro was crying on the floor, he wished that Lehon would come to save him. When Kuro raised his head up, he saw Lehon beating the bullies. He could not believe that Lehon was actually standing in front of him. He reached his hand out to Lehon, but Lehon ignored him. Lehon asked Dimitri if Class B carries out its spars by bullying its students. Kuro was sad to see that Lehon was not looking at him. With a creepy smile on his face, Dimitri told Lehon that this is how ARC operates. He told Lehon that their enemies won't go easy on them just because they are weak. He made Lehon understand that he was the odd one among them. He told Lehon that blindly helping Kuro will lead Kuro to his death. Lehon was annoyed to hear this. He knew that Dimitri was right. He could not say anything to counter Dimitri's arguments. Dimitri picked up a sword and told Lehon that he also does not like the fact that 3 people would gang up on a weakling. The bullies were shocked to hear this. They felt bad for their actions. He told Lehon that they should show the boys how a real spar looks like. Lehon was annoyed to hear this. He told Dimitri to come at him. Dimitri used his sword to attack Lehon. Lehon was able to block the attack, but the blow he received was very heavy. It pushed him down. Dimitri decided to attack Lehon again. Lehon immediately knew that his spear would break if he was to receive the attack head-on. He quickly stood up and used his spear to change the trajectory of the attack. He decided to target Dimitri's leg and make him lose his balance. He used his spear to hit Dimitri's knee. He decided to use a final attack to end Dimitri. Unfortunately for him, Dimitri quickly regained his balance and barely dodged the attack. He immediately closed the gap between himself and Lehon. He gave Lehon a head, but when he got close to him, Lehon flew back when he received the headbutt. He could not believe that Dimitri actually headbutted him in an armed spar. Dimitri told Lehon that he has been learning Sambo ever since he was young. He told Lehon that his body is a weapon. He made Lehon understand that his bone will be destroyed if he ever catches him. While struggling to stand up, Lehon asked Dimitri if he is going to kill a dragon with his Sambo. Dimitri smiled when he heard this. He told Lehon that he will try to strangle a dragon if things go wrong. The other Class B students were happy to see Dimitri winning Lehon. They cheered for him and called him the Tiger Cub of Siberia. Dimitri told the students to stop calling him a cub. He told them that he is a full tiger. The students told him that he is still a cub since he is just 12 years old. Lehon was shocked to see how the students behaved with Dimitri. He was surprised to see that the students said harsh words to Dimitri, but those words only made them closer to him. He could feel a strong bond among the students and Dimitri. He was sad to see that Kuro was left out by the other students. While Lehon was looking at Kuro, Dimitri rushed to attack him. He told Lehon to focus on their match. Lehon easily blocked the attack with his spear. He decided that he has to end the fight now. Dimitri rushed to attack him. Lehon used his spear to push himself up and gain momentum. He used the momentum to attack Dimitri. Unfortunately for Lehon, Dimitri used his sword to break his spear. Lehon was surprised to see this. He realized that Dimitri has been aiming for his spear. He could not understand why Dimitri would do this. Dimitri dropped his wooden sword and rushed to attack Lehon. He grabbed Lehon and pinned him to the ground. Lehon could not comprehend what was happening. The students began to cheer for Dimitri as he pinned Lehon to the ground. Dimitri asked Lehon to give up so that he does not break his hand. While shaking in pain, Lehon asked Dimitri to break his hand if he has the courage to do it. Dimitri was shocked to see Lehon's resolve. He decided to break Lehon's hand. The other students were shocked to see this. Dimitri let Lehon go after he broke his hand. Lehon screamed in pain. Dimitri stood up and said that he felt bad for what he has done. Kuro was terrified to see what happened to his friend. Dimitri commended Lehon for not crying even after his hand was broken. He faced his classmates and asked them to take Lehon to the infirmary. While he was talking, Lehon used a part of his spear to hit Dimitri's head. Dimitri immediately fell on the ground. Lehon told him that all the people he has been fighting must have been losers who cried over a broken arm. He told Dimitri to get up so that they can continue the match. Immediately he said this, he realized that Dimitri had fainted from the hit he received on his head. The scene shifts and we see Dimitri wake up in the infirmary. He was shocked to see himself there. He quickly stood up and saw Lehon by his side. Lehon was looking at a video message from his bracelet terminal. In the video message, we see someone congratulating Lehon on his success in ARC. The man told Lehon that his siblings are living a good life thanks to him. Lehon smiled when he heard this. The man sent Lehon an image of his siblings going to school. Lehon cried when he saw this image. He could not believe that his siblings gained weight. After the message ended, Lehon realized that Dimitri was awake. He asked Dimitri to assist him in swiping the message. Dimitri was shocked to hear this. He did not understand what was going on. He quickly came to his senses and asked Lehon about why he is assisting him. Lehon told him that he cannot swipe his message because he broke his hand. Dimitri was annoyed to hear this. He told Lehon that his head cracked in the back because Lehon attacked him like a coward. Lehon told Dimitri that it is his fault for letting his guard down. He reminded Dimitri that he was the one who told him that he cannot be weak in ARC. Dimitri was annoyed to hear this. Lehon told Dimitri that he does not have any problems with him. Dimitri told Lehon that he also does not have any issues with him. He told Lehon that they should fight to the end next time they fight, with a sad look on his face. Lehon told Dimitri that he made a mistake against Kuro. He said that he should have extended his hand to Kuro instead of fighting. With a serious look on his face, Dimitri told Lehon that he understands what he is feeling. He told Lehon that he will immediately die once he reaches level 2. Lehon was shocked to hear this. He asked Dimitri about why this would happen. Dimitri took Lehon outside of their room. Lehon asked him about where they were going. Dimitri told him that it will be better for him to see it himself. Lehon was surprised to see that Dimitri brought him to the emergency medical center. Dimitri told him that the center is a place that one can live as long as they are breathing. Immediately Dimitri said this. We see a bunch of doctors pushing a bed that had a heavily injured man on it. Lehon was surprised to see the man. He did not understand what was going on. Dimitri asked him if he can guess how tough the training in level 2 is now. Lehon did not understand what was going on. He was certain that level 2 was something that they could achieve in a couple of months. He did not understand why the man in the bed was in level 2. He told Dimitri that the man looks like an adult instructor. Dimitri revealed to Lehon that once the students enter level 2, they will start receiving medication. This medication will speed up their growth spurt and allow them to physically become adults. Lehon was shocked to hear this. Dimitri reminded him that they have to fight dragons in 3 years' time. He told Lehon that ARC won't wait for them to fully grow. Lehon said that he is okay with that. Dimitri was shocked to hear this. Lehon told him that he has always wanted to become an adult. Lehon had to do all sort of things just to survive. He always had to fight adults most of the time. This adults usually trampled on Lehon. Lehon told Dimitri that he does not need a happy childhood. He told Dimitri that survival matters to him most. Dimitri was shocked to hear this. He told Lehon that his mentality is the strongest in ARC. Lehon told Dimitri that they should head back to their rooms. The scene shifts and we see Sergeant Red ordering the students. He told them that they will begin their airborne training today. He told them that they should perform exactly how they practiced. He told them that they will be leaving by 4:30 p.m. He asked the students to check all their equipment properly. While the students were checking their bags, Dimitri asked Lehon if he misses their hospital beds. Lehon smiled when he heard this. He told Dimitri that the rations in their bags are way too much for a simple training. He told Dimitri that this airborne training is odd. Dimitri looked around and realized that some students already began to eat their rations. While looking around, Dimitri noticed something. He called Lehon's attention to it. He wanted Lehon to see Simon. He told Lehon that he wants to fight a genius like Simon. Lehon reminded him that they are having an airborne training and not a spar. Simon was surprised to see Dimitri looking at him like a thug. He did not understand what was going on. Lehon noticed that Kuro was close to him. He was sad because he did not know what to say to Kuro. Immediately the students put on their equipments. Sergeant Red asked them to board the planes. The students immediately ran inside. After the planes got in the air, Sergeant Red and the other instructors decided to board their planes. With a serious look on his face, Sergeant Red said that this will be the last time they have to take care of the students. Kuro had always seen Lehon as a hero. Every time Lehon saved him, he always admired him. Lehon always appeared in front of him every time he was in trouble. Unfortunately for him, Lehon could not come to save him from his current situation. 1 hour earlier, the children were in their planes. Sergeant Red communicated with the students through their bracelet terminal. He told the students that they are above a deserted island. He told the students that their survival training will begin once they land on the island. Sergeant Red, who was on a little boat, told the students that they were given 2 days' worth of rations in their bags. He advised the students to be careful once they land on the island. The students in the planes were shocked to hear what Sergeant Red said. They did not understand why their airborne training turned into a survival training. They were surprised to find out that they were going to spend 2 days on a deserted island. Dimitri was excited about their situation. He believed that staying on a deserted island was like camping. Sergeant Red told the students that the instructors will be returning to the island in a week. Lehon and Kuro were shocked to hear this. He told the students to do their best to survive for the week. The scene shifts, and we see Sergeant Red pulling a student out of the water. He asked the instructor next to him if the student he pulled out is the last student. The instructor looked at his bracelet terminal and told Sergeant Red that the boy he pulled out is the last student who dropped out. Sergeant Red asked the instructor if there is still a lot of students who are in the test. The instructor told Sergeant Red that there is still enough students who are participating in the test. He told Sergeant Red that some students have formed a group of 7. Sergeant Red told the instructor that the children are exactly like adults. He told the instructor that the students are not pure-hearted just because they are children. He told the instructor that once the students are out of control, they will begin to seek strength. He revealed to the instructor that the students won't wait around to starve together. He told the instructor that the students will begin to steal from each other. The scene shifts, and we see a boy and his group standing next to the people they beat up. The boy smiled and told the beaten-up students that he will enjoy their rations well. The boy and his group smiled as they took the rations of their fellow students. The boy told the group to save some rations for their leader. He told their leader, whose name is Carl, to come and join them. Carl called the boys in his group idiots. He told them that it will better for them to obtain more rations before it is sundown. He told the boys that he did not bring them together so that they can share rations among themselves, with a creepy smile on his face. He told the boys that if they group together and continue stealing, no one will be able to oppose them. The boys became excited when they heard what Carl said. They said that they will be able to defeat Dimitri, Lehon, and even Simon with their group. While the boys were cheering, Carl hears someone scream for help. He quickly turned around to see the direction the sound came from. When he verified the location the sound came from, he and his team decided to catch their next victim. The scene shifts, and we see Lehon coming out of the water. He said that he wasted too much time because he got dropped in the ocean. Lehon quickly realized that he was in an open area. He decided to find a place where he could take shelter. Lehon knew that the kids at ARC have never experienced something like starvation. He knew that 2 days' worth of rations will be far too little to the students. He quickly deduced that the students will soon start stealing from one another. He wondered if someone like Simon had ever experienced starvation. The scene shifts, and we see Simon talking to Dimitri. He asked Dimitri about why he is following him. With a creepy look in his face, Dimitri asked Simon to fight him. Simon turned around and told Dimitri that he does not want to waste his strength. Dimitri was shocked to hear this. He told Simon that he does not want to hurt him in any way. He told Simon that he simply wants to spar with him. Simon was shocked to hear this. He wondered if Dimitri was an idiot. Dimitri picked up his bag and realized that he challenged Simon way too early. He said that he will become friends with Simon and challenge him later. Simon was annoyed when he realized that he had encountered an annoying bastard. At sunset, Carl and his group found the boy who screamed for help. This boy happens to be Kuro. Kuro begged the boys to save him. The boys laughed when they saw what happened to Kuro. They picked up Kuro's bag and thanked him for his rations. Kuro told the boys that they can have his bag. He begged them to simply lower him down. With a smile on his face, Carl told Kuro that he should be happy that he is not on the ground because he would have been beaten and had his rations taken away from him. He told Kuro to wait for the instructors on the tree. The boy smiled and told Kuro that he won't die if he starves for a week. Kuro could not believe that the boys did not help him. He began to cry. He cried to nighttime. He remembered how Simon told him to stop being so pathetic. He remembered how Carl and other students were always yelling at him for crying. He could not understand why this people were complaining. He remembered when Dimitri told him that a real man does not cry. Kuro became sad when he realized that people won't allow him to cry when he wanted to. He began to scream and cry more. After a while, his body became exhausted. His eyes began to slowly close. As his eyes were closing, he saw an image of Lehon. He was surprised to see the image. The image slowly moved close to him. When he closed his eyes, the image disappeared into the air. Immediately, Kuro lost consciousness. Lehon arrived at his location. He was surprised to see something on the tree. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 4 of this video, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.